Joe in real life, day 128. I keep fucking up my day count. I apologize for that. It's not really a nuisance, but whatever. Today I'm gonna run. It is a rest day from weightlifting, although I'll probably touch the weights anyway. And I'm gonna do a little run, and I invented my own running protocol, which I'm really excited about. I am training, I use those terms loosely, for a half marathon, potentially a full marathon, depending on how training goes, in November. So I want to get 2 hours on my feet today, and I'm going to break it up. This is how the protocol goes. Very unambitious. I'm going to do 2 minutes of running, 8 minutes of walking for 2 hours. I'm going out to my old trail. I'll show it to you later. And I'm going to see how far I can get in 2 hours with that protocol. Next Wednesday, I'll do 3 minutes of running, 7 minutes of walking. The Wednesday after, 4, 6, after, 5, 5, after, 6, 4. This is a bad idea I came up with all by myself. The idea behind it is each week I progress to 12 more minutes of running, 12 less minutes of walking. And I keep going this way until I hit bedrock. Now, that sounds terrible and loaded and unproductive, but it's actually a good indicator. So let's say on the 5-minute week, at the end of 2 hours, I've covered 10, 11 miles, right? Then on the 6-minute week, I only cover 10, 11 miles again. Roughly the same, you know? It doesn't have to be perfect, but I made no distance progress. My running meaningfully slowed down with the bump up. That's what that would indicate, which means it's time to stop. It's time to switch protocol. It's time to take a deload week. In running, deloads are a little different. We can talk about that another time. And switch it up. Maybe 4 and 4. That's a really good protocol that I've liked in the past. Maybe a standard long run. In fact, I reserve the right to change my mind, but that's the plan right now. Whereas I build this way, and then I test an actual long run. Horseflies again. I don't know why. Then I test an actual long run. I reassess my metrics and see what I can do. You know, I have plenty of time before this race. I'm essentially a strength athlete, which I'm sure sounds awkward because look at me. I'm a waifish and beautiful old man. How could I be a strength athlete? I certainly am more well suited, at least mechanically, to distance running. But I don't love distance running. I like it, but I don't love it. I like strength work. But I also do feel it's important to be able to run. Plus, when I'm out on my runs, I get to be alone with my thoughts and listen to my music. So anyway, that's the rough plan for today. Every Wednesday I will be updating this, and I'll be doing other runs throughout the week, which we'll talk about then. So yeah, not a lot to show this week. Running is difficult to film and boring to watch, but I'll check in a little bit. Stay tuned. Okay, well, I just got back from 2 hours of my walk run, which was surprisingly more grueling than I expected, though at over 90 degrees. I don't know why I expected it to be a cakewalk. I covered about 8 miles. I didn't have my running app on, so I had to use the markers, which aren't hugely accurate, but close enough. So just to break that down, in 96 minutes, it's about 4.5 to 5 miles of walking and at 24 minutes, roughly 3 miles of running, maybe a little farther. Give or take, you know? Which is almost smack dab where I expected to be. I also ran with no water, which I'm a big proponent of training without water. Now on race day, you have electrolytes and water stations. It makes for a really nice change and pleasant advantage. I am wiped now though, holy shit. This is Joe in real life. I love you idiots. Be good to each other today. Addenda. In other news, when I left, I weighed 189, 190. Now I'm down to 183. So I dumped about 6 to 7 pounds of water in that little excursion. Time to refuel. That's too much.